Hey guys, today in this video we're going to be talking about the 5 levels of thinking that will help you to become a better reader. These 5 levels are used in the course Reading 091 and they're really influential on me, and for the audience out there, hopefully just you're someone who's trying to become an overall better reader, and hopefully this helps you out. So the first level is acquiring information or knowledge. So it's one thing to just read something, but it's another thing to learn something. So when you're reading something, to have the ability to actually learn what's going on in the text, or understanding what's going on, that's a big part. Because if you just read but you're not learning, you're really not, getting anywhere. So such things like previewing the text will help you out. Previewing the text. If you know what the topic is going to be about beforehand, you can prepare yourself and it will make your life easier. Or maybe you have prior knowledge with this topic and that could help you. If the topic is about basketball and you happen to be a basketball player, you can relate to that. It's going to be easier. You will understand the text better. Whereas, let's say you're a basketball player, but the topic is about cross country. You can't relate to that at all. The second level is understanding and comprehending what you acquired. Now, this means not just reading and not just learning, but actually understanding what you learned. So, the first step was learning something, the second step is understanding what you learned. And there's a difference. You can learn something but not know, how to do it. You can learn something but still not understand it. Someone can tell you this is how you do this and this is how you do that, and you learned how to do it, but you don't understand how to do it. So this is what the second step is. Such things as understanding topics and main ideas. If you can do that, if you can understand what the main topic is, you'll be fine. Because, that's the big part. If someone's telling you a story and you don't know, if you don't know what the story is about, you're just going to be lost. Same thing in reading. If you know what the story is about, it will make your life a lot easier. And comprehending really in brass text is just understanding what's going on. It'd be like, let's say you're trying to get to a convenience store and you're walking there. Well, you have to tell yourself beforehand, oh, well, to get there, I have to, walk here, turn left here, turn right here, walk 3 blocks, and then I'm there. Where, you can't just walk forever and not be thinking. If you just walk and you're not thinking, you're going to get lost. You're not going to get to your destination. Same as in reading something. If you're reading something but you don't have a reason for reading, if you don't understand what you're reading, if you don't have a desire to read, you're not going to learn anything. You're just going to be lost at the end. All right, so there's a difference of reading the lines and reading between the lines. And comprehending is to read between the lines, understand what's going on in the text, not just being able to read the text. Now the third level is applying that information. So now you've learned it, now you've understood it, and now it's time to use it. And really what that means is, you see something, you understand, how that works, and now you're going to use it for yourself, such as paraphrasing. You know, someone tells you, someone tells you a story that's 3 minutes long, and if you were to tell that story to someone else, you're not going to tell them the 3 minute long story. You're probably going to tell them in 20 to 30 seconds, maybe even less than that. That's paraphrasing, all right? You're being able to get the main topics in which you learned in the second level and what you learned in the first level. You learned the story and you understand the story, and now you tell the story. That's the third level. Anticipating text as well. When you're reading and you anticipate what's going to be, talked about next, it's just being able, just like in life in general, if you can predict ahead of what's probably going to happen, it makes your life a lot easier. And same with clarifying and monitoring comprehension. Being able to clarify what you understood is right, because sometimes you have to double check and such things. The fourth level is analyzing the information. Now, what this means is making inferences, sentence relationships, and understanding paragraph patterns. So the first one, inferences. You read a text, and now analyzing the text, it's really like studying the text. You're looking what actually is inside the text. What strategies is the author using, to make this writing? For example, paragraph patterns. If you see an author just putting down a bunch of facts one after another, that's the paragraph pattern of listing a bunch of things in order in which to accomplish the goal of telling the audience of what's going on or how something happened. There's other paragraph patterns such as cause and effect or compare and contrast. All those are to help the reader understand the text, understand what's going on, and get the main idea down. And making inferences. You see, you read a text, and making inferences is just being able to tell yourself, oh well, because of this, this happened, and because of that, this will happen. That's basically an inference. In sentence relationships, a lot of times it's not just about the main idea is crucial, but at the same time you have to understand every sentence. You have to understand the relationship in a sentence, what they're trying to get at you at each individual sentence, and that will make the overall text a lot easier for you. And the final step is evaluating the text. Now it might seem the same as analyzing, but it's not. The difference is now you're just evaluating what the text was about. Analyzing is figuring out what the text is. Evaluating is what it was. Such things as what was the author's purpose? Being able to tell yourself, what did I just learn? What was he trying to tell me? And if you can do that, you have successfully understood the text. Another one is fact versus opinion. If you can find the facts in an article or a text, and you can find out what the opinions are, it really makes your life easier. Because now, an opinion, even though you can learn from opinions, they are opinions. They're not entirely true. But a fact is something that you know for sure is true, and that is something you definitely learned from. Another one is arguments. Understand, when you're evaluating the text, you're understanding why the arguments were used, where they were used, and so on and so on. And now, at the end, in conclusion, the last part of evaluation is using all your resources. All the steps you just used, level 1, level 2, level 3, and level 4, they all come together in level 5. And you can really ask yourself in this order, okay, what did I learn? Okay, and when I learned it, did I understand it? Okay, and once I understood it, how did I use it? And once I used it, how did I, really, study it? And now you put all those together, and that's evaluating the paper in brass text. And so there you have it. Those are the 5 simple levels of thinking when it comes to trying to become a better reader. Hopefully this helps some of you out, and hopefully you enjoy this video.